What's going on, folks? Hey, it's a beautiful day out here. Hold for 1 second. I want to do stay focused. I wanted to go live on Facebook as well, but I don't have that capability. But welcome, guys. Benjamin McCray, Coach Ben, coming back at you on my book review. Why we want you to be rich. Why we want you to be rich. Written by number 45 and Robert Kiyosaki. I want to put a disclaimer out there, guys. I don't rock with any parties. I am an independent. I'm all about what's best for the community, and democracy, and making sure everyone have a fair opportunity out here. So I just want to put that disclaimer out here. I had some cats say, "Man, you rocking with who? XYZ? You're promoting Trump?" It's not like that. So here's the deal. I'm all about learning and studying from everyone, and you have to have that mindset. You can learn from everyone. There's an old saying, eat the fish, spit out the bones. I think that's how it goes. Eat the fish, spit out the bones. Whereas take what you can receive that will be valuable to you and then throw away everything else. And that's exactly what you have to be willing to do. You can't allow certain things that you don't agree with, whether it's politics or religion or a person's lifestyle to a degree, to cut off valuable information that you can take and elevate you and your family. I need you to understand this. So I mean, these individuals right here have built successful businesses. And I've had this book in my library, as I said in my original video. You know, right now, the conversation is in politics about the middle class and the shrinking middle class. And the reality is everybody is hurting out here. Even those who are in the middle class are hurting. We have six-figure income earners living paycheck to paycheck. You have six-figure income earners uh, going to food banks, struggling financially. That's a problem. And it made me go back to my library, and you got to get a library. And in your library, you got to have many different viewpoints, not just things that you agree on, but it was the book. It reminded me of this book, Why We Want You to Be Rich, because in this book, the bottom line was they said there's going to be two types of people, the rich and the poor. The rich and the poor. The middle class is becoming obsolete. And we're experiencing that right now in 2024 as we're going to the end of this year, October 2024. People out here struggling. And the bottom line is we have to make adjustments. The formula is broken. Go to school, get a good education, and get a good, secure job, work that job for 40 years, retire off of 40% of what you couldn't even live 100% off of. That's just not what, I mean, that's not the plan. Um, where in this book, it talks about entrepreneurship and investing. And I didn't realize I read this book 20 years ago. And these pages right here is all fluff. It's how they met and all that stuff. There was blowing each other's smoke. They're very high, alpha men in that regards. So they're giving each other props and kudos and all that. But some good nuggets in there. So if you want to read it, definitely do so. But I push forward in terms of solutions. And one of the solutions is entrepreneurship, understanding and learning business. And I need folks and I've always been an advocate of entrepreneurship. I truly believe that you only can become financially free and really have control of your destiny by owning your own business. But one of the main reasons why most people don't go into business says, what's the chapter I just read? It speaks of entrepreneurship. What did we learn from business? And Robert Kiyosaki talks about how he hit it big for the first time when him and his partner opened up a Velcro company back in the day, Velcro. And, they went, made a whole lot of money and they didn't have that financial literacy where they went and started buying fast cars and overspending and not feeding the goose that lays the golden eggs. And while their business was good, it was still young. And by the time it went through hard times, they were pulling from the resources. So it went up and it came down and they spent up money. So they were poor, rich, and then they got poorer because they had debt. And that was a lesson learned from Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. But here's one of the things he said: from those lessons, you either. So I'm gonna read it. After a business failure in my early 30s, I realized I was way behind the learning curve. I saw people my age farther ahead in life simply because they had taken their education and their professional careers seriously. This business failure was my realization that I needed to become a student and to study like I never studied before. And one of the things he speaks of is he made the decision to not just lose and fail and fold up his tent and then go punch a clock. He became a student of entrepreneurship. He went off for a couple of years and really studied where he wanted to go, and that's where they came up with the concept of rich dad poor dad and cash flow the game. And here he is today, multimillionaire, and he took that whole business model and that success, and now he's an investor and all that crap and everything in that nature. Same thing with number 45 Trump, where he was talking about taking your vision, bringing it to reality, and understanding the process of going up and down, uh, and what have you. So here's the deal. I mean, and I'm just using this as a model because one of the things that I know for certain, and you got to realize this, you feel it. Um, I find it fascinating that this gentleman here is about that far away from getting back into the White House. And 20 years ago, he wrote a book saying there's only going to be rich people and poor people. Rich people and poor people, because the middle class is becoming obsolete. And here he is, a man who has the ability to make that come to fruition. We need to be urgent about that. We need to realize the reality of that and be urgent about positioning ourselves to win regardless. Entrepreneurship. We need to put our heads down right now and become very urgent and diligent in going out and building a wall of protection, an economic wall of protection around ourselves and our families. Whereas no matter who is in power, you're going to still be good. That's simply a reality, guys. I mean, I need you to realize that. And that's what I'm all about in terms of helping people. One of the things I love about network marketing is you don't have to quit your job in order to make that happen. And there's a chapter in here. I'm being diligent. I want to skip pages even more. But one of the chapters in here is, hold on, let me tell you what it says. Why do we recommend network marketing? Why do we recommend network marketing, guys? Because it is a business model. It's like buying a franchise without the franchise investment, without putting hundreds of thousands of dollars up, without having the overhead, without worrying about the risk factors that come with that. You could work it on a part-time basis around your schedule. And I'm gonna be patient in regards to that, but that's what I help people to do. I show people how to leverage business model systems that are already put together. You don't have time. You don't have time to truly, and this is just my philosophy, and this is what most people, you don't have time to reinvent the wheel. You don't have time to put a seed, a walnut seed into the ground and wait years and years for it to sprout up and become a oak tree. You want to leverage what has already been put in place. That's what network marketing allows you to do. That's what affiliate marketing allows you to do. When you can find a company that is solid, that's stable, that's lucrative, that brings solutions to problems, and then allows you to attach your name to it and offer it to others, man, and now that cuts off years of time and money and ups and disappointment. I mean, there's always going to be disappointment. People, I mean, in business and entrepreneurship, you have failures, you have ups and downs, you have, but when in failure in network marketing is when you just quit. You don't lose a business. You don't lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, and things of that nature. So I'm excited. If you would like and share this video and subscribe to our channel, one of the things we're going to be talking about, and very interested in reading the next chapter, is about God and religion. What do we learn about God and religion, which is going to be quite interesting. Hold on, what is the chapter? I want the absolute chapter here. Uh, man, I'm ashy. Uh, what is the chapter? Yeah, it's philosophies concerning God, religion, and money. That's gonna be good. I'm going through that tomorrow, which is chapter 20 in this book. But yeah, man, listen, if you don't have a business right now, what that simply means is you only have one source of income. That's dangerous, guys. No matter how the economy is doing some amazing things, and it's a blessing that uh, it didn't go into the depression and crash as predicted by experts, is maintaining and sustaining itself. But everything goes up and down. So this is a time where if you still have a job, you're still making pretty good money. This is a time where you go to work to start digging another well. Part time, start building another stream of income. So, God forbid, if one stream shuts down, you have another stream of income. And that's the beauty of what we offer. So, definitely read into the comments, get with me. Let's have a conversation. BenjaminMcCrae.com is where I send folks to learn a little bit more about myself. BenjaminMcCrae.com, and the businesses that I have aligned myself with. Or let's set up a time to have a conversation and see if we can collaborate and do some things. You hear my bird chiming in the background? Cheap. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get after it. Take care, take charge. Let's go, and let's grow.